The courtrooms will not all look like this one. However, where people sit in the courtroom will normally be the same. Everyone you'll see in court has a specific role to carry out. This includes the usher who will usually take you into the courtroom. The magistrates or judge makes decisions about the law and ensures everyone in the courtroom is treated fairly, including the witnesses. As there is no jury in a magistrate's court, the judge alone or 3 magistrates will decide if the defendant is guilty or not guilty based on the evidence. Magistrates are supported by a legal advisor. The defendant is the person on trial who is accused of a crime. In some cases, there may be more than one defendant. Sometimes the defendant will be behind a glass screen and they could have a security guard with them. The prosecuting advocate, acting on behalf of the Crown Prosecution Service or another prosecutorial agency, is a lawyer or solicitor. They will present evidence to persuade the judge or magistrates that the defendant has committed the crime they have been charged with. The prosecuting advocate doesn't always wear a wig. The defense advocate represents the defendant and will present the defendant's case to the judge or magistrates, which will include testing the strength of the prosecution. There may be other people in the courtroom: court officials, police, probation, solicitors, or Crown Prosecution Service representatives. It's unlikely that you'll need to speak to them. There may be members of the public sitting quietly in the public gallery, a seating area at the side or back of the courtroom. Members of the press may also sit in the courtroom. This is the witness box, where you can stand or sit, and it's usually from here you'll give your evidence. The first thing you'll be asked to do is to promise out loud to tell the truth. You can swear on a holy book, such as the Bible, Quran, or Torah, or you can promise to tell the truth using a non-religious affirmation. It's completely up to you. If you need support to give your oath, for example, if you would prefer the book to be placed on the desk, or you would find it easier to repeat the words after the usher, speak to the usher before you enter the courtroom. If you have an interpreter or intermediary, they will also have to swear an oath. The judge will speak to you before you give your evidence. They will say something like this:
You're going to be asked a series of questions by the prosecutor and the defense. I have to keep an accurate note of what you say, so it's also important that you speak slowly enough for me to keep up with you. You can say if you don't understand a question or if you don't know the answer. It's not a memory test. If you cannot remember, say you cannot remember.
Now you'll give your evidence to the court. The prosecution and defense advocates will ask you a series of questions about the case and the statement you made to the police. This is called the examination and cross-examination. The judge and advocates will often take notes. When both advocates have finished, the judge or magistrate will speak to you.
You have now completed your evidence and you can leave the witness box. It is very important that you don't speak to anyone about the case, including the press. Thank you for giving your evidence today.
You should also remember not to post any details of the case or your evidence on social media. When you have finished giving evidence, you will be told when to leave the witness box and the courtroom. You may be able to return to the witness room, take a seat in the public gallery if you want to watch the rest of the hearing, or leave the court building straight away. The witness care unit or the defence team will be in contact to let you know the outcome of the case.